In this video I will be fixing a Dreamcast that turns off directly after it shows its logo. Only required tools are a star screwdriver. Don't forget to remove the expansion port, a screw is hiding under it. There are only 4 screws to take out. Remove the power connector. Please make note of the tab holding down the power board. This connector is usually the problem when it comes to random resets. Remove the 2 screws and unclip the board. Use a flat edge screwdriver to take off the board. These are the pins responsible for the reset glitches. A common tip is to bend the pins towards the front on EU models and towards the back on US models. Clean the pins thoroughly with IPA. Over time it gets dirty and loses contact. Still no change, let's try something else. Warning, please make sure it's unplugged from the wall while you insert the cable, so you don't get electrocuted. The part nearest the cable is 220 volts, careful. You can measure the voltage of the rails when the console is on. If you're missing any of the voltage rails, you may have a faulty power board. From left to right, 3.3 volts, 5 volts, and 3 grounds and a 12 volt rail. In my case, all the voltages are present. Sorry for the overexposed image, I'm still new at this. I'm taking out the GD-ROM to see if it's shorting anything. There are 3 screws holding it in place. I am using a size 1 star screw bit. It's unplugged from the wall. I decided to remove the power supply to make it easier to remove the GD-ROM. Check the contacts for corrosion. By the way, the Dreamcast won't start without a GD-ROM drive installed. Reinserting the GD-ROM to see if reseating it will fix the problem. Oops, forgot to plug it in. As you can tell, I still don't know what to do with the camera. It seems to have helped a little bit, but still shuts down. But now I know the Dreamcast works fine. I'll try to quickly get to the menu. It briefly shows the menu. That's a really good sign. I suddenly realized that the fan wasn't working. I prod it with the screwdriver to see if I can make it work. That's a horrible noise. It seems like a broken fan gives the same errors as the connector going bad. I did a quick YouTube search and I couldn't find this problem shown anywhere. I'll fix the overexposed image in a few seconds. I'm just making sure it wasn't a fluke. Let's test the GD-ROM and see if it works with some games. I only have 2 of them. Choo Choo Rocket and Snow Surfers. It did load partially, but gets stuck after reading in the logo. These are normal symptoms of a bad GD-ROM. Could be the game, so I'm going to try the other one. If it's a bad GD-ROM, it's still not over. You can still use a GD-EMU to play games through SD cards. Trying to clean off the laser, use very little pressure and a dry cotton bud first. I think I made it worse. No, there it goes. Do you prefer me filming this part, or do you want me to fast forward over this stuff? Leave a comment. Time to try snow surface. I'd forgotten about the problems with the VGA adapter. This specific game doesn't work with the VGA. Unfortunately, I don't have any other AV cables to test with. I did try a burnt game off camera, but it didn't work either. I only have RW discs at home and they're bad quality. Time to try to adjust the laser power. Push back the laser assembly so you can get it out without ripping the ribbon cable underneath. You also need to remove the power cables from the clips. Flip back the GD-ROM top cover and you will expose the trim pot. Here's a close-up of the trim pot. Use a size 2 flat screwdriver and move it in 1 or 2 degree increments. Test and repeat. To make a long story short, I tested this for an hour and I still couldn't get it to work well. If you want to run the Dreamcast without its cover, you need to push down the sensor pin for the GD-ROM. It's on the back. I'll try to get a hold of good quality CDRs or a new game. I'll post an update in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll try to post new videos as often as I can and on other consoles as well. Please consider liking and subscribing. And if you have any tips, leave them down in the comments. Thank you.